What's up? What's up? It's your boy Fats. Hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. I really appreciate that. And if you're new to the team, also just hit that subscribe button for your boy as well. But yeah, in prison, sometimes people come to you and they want some information from you, so you got to be real careful when it comes to that. You know, people always try to manipulate people by doing certain stuff. So, like I said, when you up in there, people would always come at you and try to get you to feed into some old bullshit. But yeah, one day I get up in the morning, I go to Child, and when I get to Child, this dude named Maples, he's like, "Hey, Fats, I need you to do something for me." And I was like, "What you need me to do?" He's like, "I need you to kind of holler at me, figure out something with me." I was like, "All right, man, whatever you need." Now I know Maples from another video, bar and trading. Me and him got into it. So I'll get up, go back to my little unit, sitting up in there, up in my room for a second. Then I say I'm going to use the phone. So I go downstairs, use the phone for a minute. And when I get down there, I'm on the phone talking with my head down like this, like with my back towards the phone, just trying to get a little privacy on the phone. So I felt like somebody was looking at me, so I was just turned around, and it was this dude named Little Draws. Now, Little Draws had like a little bonnet on his head, right here. He had like a little long T-shirt on with his boxers on, with his little shower shoes on. I mean, he was an Asian, so he was kind of light skinned, kind of, looked real feminine. So I'm like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Shit, Fast, I need a couple sausages for you." I was like, "All right, man." I said, "Just give me a second. I'm on the phone. After I get out the phone, I kind of holler at you." So I get out the phone, go back upstairs to my room, sit up on there for a second, grab the little two sausages, put them on my bed right there. You know, Probably about 10 minutes later, 10 Little Draws come back up there, knock on the door, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" He come in, he's like, shit, when he come in, he's like, "Shit, hurry, I'm fired." Shit, like, "Give me a motherfucking light." I'm like, "All right." So I give him a light, light up his cigarette. I see you got them sausages on your bed. And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Shit, I like meat on my bed." And I was like, "Come on, Little Draws, with that. You got to quit playing. She's like, "Yeah, I like it, especially you got two of them too, you know." I was like, "Shit, Little Draws, you tripping, man." You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Nah, I ain't tripping." She's like, "I get my money, all the time. I'm one of them hustlers. I was like, "Oh, for real?" He was like, "Yeah, I get down there through there, Fats, smoking this little cigarette. I get down there through there when I need something. She said, "I don't ever hold back on nothing. Somebody needs something, I go ahead and give it to them. So I'm like, "All right, shit." Just laughing and stuff because shit, Lil Draw's just kind of tripping right now, you know. So he's smoking a cigarette. He tried to pass it to me. I'm like, "Nah, I'm all right." I said, "I just got finished smoking. So he leave up out the room, go downstairs. I'm sitting up in my room thinking to myself, "Damn, Lil Draw's tripping." You know what I'm saying? Shit, talking about them damn sausages and stuff. I said, "Shit, he already know that." Shit, I don't get down like that. So for him to be talking about them damn sausages and stuff like that, shit made me feel kind of uncomfortable when they're talking to his host, that whole thing. So I was like, "Shit, all right, man." So I get up, go back down to the day room. I'm walking around the day room, just filling out the whole day room. I ain't trying to go down there and do, just basically walking around and stuff. So I get around there, like I would bust my little lap, and when I get around there, I see Little Draws over there talking to this dude named Reggie. Now Reggie, he's kind of light skinned as well. He's short, got the real pretty hair and stuff like that. I mean, me and him was cool at one time, but then when he got to talking real crazy and kind of jazzy and stuff, back in when we first got there, we kind of, what I'm saying, basically quit talking for a minute because shit, he got to talking about some stuff that I really didn't kind of understand. So I was like, "Shit, man, we gonna have to slow down on talking because shit, between the conversation that we having right now ain't really kind of popping. So, like I said, Reggie was sitting at the door with little draws right there. So I'm looking at that like, shit, oh man, they doing that shit again, you know. I mean, cause like I said, Reggie was one of the people that always was in the seek of something, like seek of a relationship or seek of some type of thing when it comes to somebody. He was always that type of person. Like he needed somebody to be his friend while he was up in there. So I'm looking at Reggie over there talking to Lil Draws at the door. So I said, all right, man, you know, I said, I'm going to go to child time came. So I go to lunch, and when I get to lunch, I'm sitting at the table. That's when that dude Maples come back over there to me. Now, Maples is kind of big. He's kind of, short hair, little beard and stuff like that, growed out pretty tough. You know, he ain't had no tattoos or anything like that, but he was just real big. But he sit back at the table with me. He's like, shit, Fats, man. Uh, you think you could do me a favor? And I was like, well, shit, depending on what the favor is. And he was like, whatever going on in the pod with Lil Draws and Reggie, you think you can kind of look out for me and see what they kind of doing and kind of relay the message back to me of what's going on with them. I was like, shit, for real, Maples, man, I don't want to get involved in nothing like that because whatever you and Little Draws got going on, that's between you and Little Draws. It ain't got nothing to do with me. And he was like, yeah, but shit, I don't know what they doing over there, since they moved me up out the pod, So I was like, shit, you and Lil Draws are just gonna have to figure that out themselves because shit, I don't really want to get myself involved in none of that stuff. So I get up, from the table, leave off. So then I get back to the dorm, you know. As soon as I get back to the dorm, I walk in there, I see, like I say, Reggie and Little Draws at the door right there, you know. Like, dang, shit, what is that what he want me to do? Because shit, I don't really know what they doing. I just know that they over there talking and stuff. So then I go to the yard, I come back in, taking my shower, go down and take my shower. Now I'm coming back out. And when I get back out, I hit the door right there where Little Draws and Reggie is standing. They over there talking. They got the door wide open and they both over there talking. So Lil Draws like, hey, Fats, you think I can get a cup of sodas? And I was like, yeah, you can go and get a cup of sodas. I was like, shit, you want me to bring them to you or you going to come and get them? He was like, it'd be faster if I come and get them. But, if you want to bring them back, that's on you. I was like, all right. So I get back up to the room, get the two sodas. This time I put them on the table because I don't want this motherfucker saying no type of crazy stuff when he come in there. So then he knock on the door, boom, 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 boom. He come in. He's like, shit, Fats, what's up, So I'm like, shit, what's up? He was like, I see you and Maples over there talking at the table. What y'all over there talking about? I was like, shit, we ain't talking about nothing, He's like, that boy be on some more bullshit. I was like, oh, do he? I was like, shit, what's going on with him? He's like, shit, he just kind of mad because he ain't in the cell house no more. And me and Reggie over here, talking and stuff. And I was like, shit, he mad about that? And he was like, yeah. I was like, shit. He didn't say nothing to me about any of that stuff, even though I knew that he did say watch him and stuff. But then, when I gave her the sodas and stuff, I was like, hey, you might have to, if you need anything, just kind of, just stay a little distance from me for a second. He was like, well, shit, why is that? What did I do to you? And I was like, shit, nothing. He's sitting there smoking a cigarette, looking with his little bonnet on his head, shaking his head. What did I do to you? I ain't do nothing to you. And I was like, shit, I just don't want my name to be getting caught up in no bullshit around here. And his little Draws was like, shit, what you mean your name get caught up in some more bullshit around here? Shit, you ain't even did nothing. And I was like, yeah. Now, Lil Draws had a little bump in a long time ago. You might want to watch my video on bar and trade, and then him, end up getting caught up over a tape and stuff. So I'm sitting up in here, looking at Lil Draws smoking his little cigarette, going back and forth. I give him his sodas, he leave up out. So I go back downstairs, right, to get my little ice in my little ice chest. So when I'm down there, he's over there at the ice chest. He's like, "You sure you don't want nothing to eat?" And I was like, "Nah, little draws, I don't want nothing to eat. I'm kind of cool." He was like, "You know, I'll feed you if you need anything." And I was like, "Nah, I'm straight, you know. It's all good. You know, I'm kind of cool right now, and I go ahead and eat something a little bit later." He was like, "But shit, Fatsa, you know how to kind of look out for you. I do anything for you if you kind of need it and stuff." And I was like, "Shit, nah, I'm straight." I mean, the only reason why he was probably talking like that because he knew that Maples was me and him was sitting at the table constantly talking. I mean, this is before everything kind of inspired between everybody, you know. So I kind of already knew, you know, what he was kind of insinuating when he was trying to talk about kind of looking out for me. So the next morning I go to breakfast. That's when Maples come at the table again. He's like, "Hey, shit, Fats, um, you hear anything?" And I was like, "Shit, Maples, like I told you, man, I ain't in none of that stuff, you know. For real, I ain't trying to get myself involved in anything like that, you know, when it comes to you and little draws. Now, when you in the penitentiary and you messing with them people like that, you know, them feminine people, and you start out in the same cell house and then you end up in another cell house and y'all kind of separate, you always got to, you know, the person that gets separated, I always have to think about the person that's over in another cell house. Hey man, hey, is somebody else trying to mac on him? Is somebody else trying to do this? Because like I said, you in the cell house at the end of the day by yourself all day with a different inmate. You never know. So I guess Maples is getting kind of, you know, agitated about all that stuff because he felt like, you know what I'm saying, since he wasn't over there with little draws or whatever, that he couldn't watch them or anything like that. But yeah, you always have situations like that to where people always, you know, want to do some stuff like that. But yeah, I'm sitting up here talking to him, just telling him, "Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Basically, I ain't really in that. I don't know what Lil Draws is doing or whatever. But shit, whatever he's doing, that's between, you know what I'm saying, you and him." So I come back to the cell house. As soon as I get back to the cell house, like I said, they always at the door right there talking. So I'm like, shit, let's looking at it now, you know what I'm saying, just peeping everything out. So I go straight back to my little cell. I'm sitting up in the cell house. I'm in my cell. I'm saying to myself, dang, shit, what Maples, you know, basically I'm trying to figure out why Maples is trying to see what's going on, why he want me to be the one to actually talk, because I'm kind of confused on that whole situation, because why you trying to get me to talk about all that stuff, and I don't even really know anything about, you know what I'm saying, him and Little Draws. So I'm like, all right. So then I go downstairs, you know, do my normal stuff, walking around, just get my little exercise and stuff. And then, you know, like I said, I'm always seeing him at the door right there. So when I walk around, like I'm walking the little tier, I walk around the bottom. You know, I get around there to the door. That's when Lil Draws was like, "Hey, Fats," and I was like, "Shit, what's up?" And he was like, "Shit, how's your day today?" And I was like, "Shit, it's all right, you know." She was like, "I see you and Maples over there talking again." And I was like, "Shit, we always kind of talk in the morning because, I mean, at child time, because shit, you know, basically it's like a little, I see little arrangements and stuff, but you know, Maples don't sit with me all the time. He just really just starts sitting with me, you know what I'm saying, for the last probably about the month, you know, but I ain't really know why he was actually sitting with me. Now I'm starting to see why he's starting to sit with me, because he want to see what type of information I know. So I'm saying to myself, shit, I got to get myself about this situation right here. I got to hurry up because I don't want to get myself involved in none of this stuff. So I get up from the table, I go back, you know, to my little dorm, and when I'm walking back to my little dorm, that's when Reggie came up on me. He was like, "Shit, what's up, Fats?" I was like, "Shit, what's up, man?" He was like, "Shit, man, I know we ain't talked in a couple months, you know, because this whole situation and stuff, that the last time we had a little conversation." Now, the last time me and Reggie had a conversation, I mean, Reggie was talking about some more crazy stuff about how he wanted to do certain things with certain people. And I just wasn't on that page right there. So like I said, I kind of cut him off. And for like the last couple months, we ain't really been talking. He just been talking to Little Draws, maybe, you know what I'm saying, walking the track or something like that with other people or something, but he wasn't really hanging out with me no more. So we kind of, you know what I'm saying, broke little ties when it came to that. So he's like, shit, man, I don't know, man. He's like, shit, I don't know what's going on with Maples and Little Draws, but shit, something ain't right with this whole situation. I was like, shit, what you talking about, man? You know, he was like, shit, man, I'm trying to make sure that I get on with Little Draws. And I was like, shit, you trying to get on with him? He was like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get on with him and stuff. I was like, shit, I thought y'all had something already going on. And he was like, yeah, we did, you know. We did a little bit of something here. I was like, oh, for real? So I'm like, dang, man, you know, listen to that whole conversation. I'm like, shit, I don't even want to hear nothing because it's kind of getting kind of disgusting. You know what I'm saying? They talking about that stuff. So I leave, get back to my little dorm and stuff. As soon as he get in there, the first place he goes, Little Draw said, boom. They up on there, posted up talking and stuff. So I'm laughing now, you know, because shit is kind of funny because shit. I mean, the man is just constantly over there, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing or whatever. So I'm like, shit, just looking at that, hurry and get back up to my cell, you know, smoke my little cigarette. About 5 minutes later, that's when Lil Draws come up there to the cell, knock on the door, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, shit, what's up? And he come in there, he's like, shit, Fats, I see Maples is like, what Maples talking about with you? And I was like, shit, nothing, nothing. I said, shit, Reggie said he seen y'all over there talking at the child hall table again. I'm trying to figure out what y'all trying to talk about. And I was like, shit, we ain't talking about nothing, you know. Me and Reggie just, I said, Reggie just, you know what I'm saying, just saying something that he probably, you know what I'm saying, speculating, but he don't really know what's going on or whatever. And Lil Draw was like, shit, I ain't worried about, you know, him or, you know what I'm saying, Maples, you know, said, let me get a light, starts firing up his cigarette again, sitting there. I ain't worried about none of them. You know, you got to see how with the little bonnet on. He said, I ain't worried about none of them, you know, because shit, I'm my own team. You know, whatever I do, it's on me. I make my own bread around here. I ain't got to worry about nobody, you know, when it comes to that, because shit, somebody always gonna look out for Lil Draws. And I was like, shit, they is. And he was like, yeah, they always gonna look out for me. I ain't got to worry about nothing, Fats, for real, because whatever I do, it's always gonna add up in the end. I was like, oh, for real? So then, so then, I'm sitting up in there, you know, talking to shit, and she like, shit, you know, if anything, you know what I'm saying, they need to, you know, make sure that they pay me on everything because shit, all I'm trying to do is get my little ticket and make sure that I'm all right. So I'm like, all right, you know, shit, it's all good, you know. So she leave about to sell, you know, boom, I come back down, I'm sitting at the table, I'm looking over at them over there talking and stuff, you know, with the door open, you know. I'm like, shit, dang. I said, that man don't never leave that motherfucker cell, you know. So I go to chow. And that's when I get to chow, I'm sitting at the table. Maples hurry up and run over there to me. I'm like, dang, here he goes again with that bullshit. I was like, hey, mate, man, for real, man, I ain't trying to hear nothing about, you know what I'm saying, you and Little Draws or whatever or anything like that. I'm trying to, you know, make sure that I stay to myself. I'm trying to stay up out your business or whatever. And he was like, shit, man. He's like, basically, you in our business. And I was like, shit, what you mean? He's like, because shit, you know everything, Fats, man, on the real, man. You know how Lil Draws is. So if I need to know something, man, why can't you just go out here and tell me? I said, man, what you need to know, man? He's like, I just want to know if Reggie's always at that man's cell talking to him. And I was like, shit, I don't know, man. You know, on the real, I don't know. And he was like, yeah, man, you know, I'm just trying to figure out, man, what's going on with those two because shit, I feel like something is going on. And I was like, shit, I don't know if nothing's going on with them two people, man, you know, because shit, whatever's going on with them ain't got nothing really actually to do with me. So Mabel was like, man, Fats, man, just look out for me one time, man, when it comes to this, man. I'm just trying to figure out everything. He said, man, I know back in the days, you know what I'm saying, a few months ago, everything got kind of crazy with me and you and little draws and stuff. He said, but now I'm on a whole new different page when it comes to that. So I was like, all right, man. So I get up, go back to my cell, and when I get back to my cell, you might want to check out part 2, see what kind of happened.